Hello again, and welcome to another Adam's Corner video. I'm Adam Long. I am the host of the Adam's Corner podcast. I do a 4K and Blu-ray roundup once a month, and just got a couple of things that I like to showcase. You can do the audio version if you choose, but I always like to physically show the titles that I've been receiving, and these are regular videos I do in case you're a newcomer to them. Well, let's get right to it. One of the latest releases that I have received is this one. This is Lethal Weapon. This is Warner Brothers proper release of Lethal Weapon. As you can see, there's a nice little slipcase there containing the original artwork from the film, which is very nice indeed. What do you get in terms of this release? Well, you get the picture quality you would expect from Warner Brothers releases. You get a digital code, you get the disc, and you get the theatrical and director's cuts included on one disc, one 4K disc. In terms of extras, just a couple of featurettes here. There's one remembering Dick Donner, the director of these films. And I'm Too Old for This, which is a featurette about the chemistry between Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, which became legendary, shall we say. So anyway, it's really nice that Lethal Weapon has now been issued in 4K Ultra HD proper from the folks at Warner Brothers, and we're glad to have it. Hopefully, if this sells well enough, they will see fit to doing the entire Lethal Weapon series of films in the 4K format. I would personally love to see those because I'm a big fan of these films. Moving along to another anniversary. This one is an anniversary, actually coincide with the anniversary of the release of this film. It was released in the summer of 1985, St. Elmo's Fire. This is a film that was kind of critically derided when it came out, but has become synonymous in pop culture for one of the films that, along with The Breakfast Club, that solidified the group of actors known as the Brat Pack, of course. This one contains legacy features, but it's commentary with the late director Joel Schumacher. Joel Schumacher remembers St. Elmo's Fire featurette, and the Man in Motion video, and 12 deleted scenes. Again, good transfers here. This is a slipcase, as you can see, and there is a digital code, although I'm not sure what I did with it, but it's there is one that comes with it. So just in case you're wondering, St. Elmo's Fire is getting a 4K Ultra HD release from the good folks at Sony Home Entertainment. And speaking of Sony Home Entertainment, I will say that they have also reissued. This was previously issued by the good folks at Twilight Time. Blake Edwards, great film director, of course, made some really heavy dramas that are still regarded highly, like The Days of Wine and Roses. And he was, of course, behind all of the Pink Panther films with Peter Sellers, and The Party with Peter Sellers, and 10 with Bo Derek, and many, many other. He was mostly associated with comedy, long story short. But he also did some great films outside of the comedy genre, and this is one of them, Experiment in Terror, which is a really nice psychological thriller about a bank teller who is being pursued by a ruthless killer. Lee Remick is in this, and you've also got Glenn Ford and Stephanie Powers, and so yes, this is quite good of its type. Ross Martin, also from The Wild Wild West, is the villain in the film. No extras on this, but it's nice to have it back in print. It was previously a Twilight Time title that went out of print. Good, solid Blake Edwards film, shot in stark black and white. Highly recommend it if you haven't seen Experiment in Terror. So we'll move along to a couple of other releases. We have an 88 Films release, Detonation Violent Riders. This is another of their ongoing series of releases of Asian films. This is a limited edition, 2,603 out of, I'm not sure how many units were being issued on this, but anyway, it's limited of 4,000. Sorry, I missed that. No extras on this, but it's another one of their releases of... but they're digging into a lot of the the rare Asian cinema titles that have been neglected in America, and this is another one. I'm so glad they're doing this because these films deserve to see the light of day in America. Terminus, starring Johnny Halliday, Jürgen Prochnow, and Karen Allen. I think this is from 1986. Yes. I wasn't actually familiar with this film. It takes place in the year 2037. The future is in the hands of a genetically engineered boy, played by Gabriel Damon, who later appeared in RoboCop 2. A child genius with a brain programmed by a brilliant and evil doctor, played by Jürgen Prochnow. Maddie is the master of a sadistic cross-country rally with a $100 million prize no one has ever won, controlling a gigantic AI-operated storm truck that rumbles across the continent. This was way before AI became a existential threat. And this is from the MVD Rewind collection. You get a director's cut, the U.S. version of the film, which is about 40 minutes. There's a 40-minute difference in running times there. It's amazing, really pretty shocking. And actually, 40 minutes, yeah. No, I'm sorry, 30 minutes. 30-minute difference in running times there. Yeah, and there's a making of here with some of the stars of the film, a photo gallery, reversible artwork, a collectible mini poster, Terminus, from 1986. I think it was released in America in 1987 in theaters. So yeah, this is an MVD Rewind collection release. And then we'll move along to a more recent release in terms of a recent film, that is Novocaine, which is about a man impervious to pain, played by Jack Quaid, born with a rare genetic disorder, and he's taken hostage in a bank heist, and he turns his inability to feel physical pain into an unexpected strength in the fight to get his girlfriend back. So yeah, there's a few featurettes here. That's about all you get in terms of extras, but this is a 4K Ultra HD release of Novocaine from the folks at Paramount Home Entertainment. And we'll move along to Arrow Video and a couple of things. Now, I don't get the proper releases. I get what they call the check discs, pre-production versions of their releases, which is better than nothing at all. So I'll just quickly go through them and let you know what's being issued. Cobra is being issued in the month of July. This is the cult film starring Sylvester Stallone, which has a lot of fans. It's directed by George P. Cosmatos, who also directed him in Rambo First Blood Part 2, of course. And it's the first time ever 4K Ultra HD release with a lot of new extras, and of course the great new transfer. Warner Brothers has a licensing agreement with Arrow, and they're doing some really good work there, issuing their titles to Arrow. And you have two of the Night Watch was a film that was a horror film, that was a suspense film that was remade in America with Ewan McGregor. This is the original Night Watch, and its sequel. It's called Night Watch: Demons Are Forever. And these are the original versions of these films coming to Blu-ray for the first time. It's about a man who's tasked with basically sitting in a morgue at night, and he starts hearing strange noises, and well, the less said the better, but it's interesting stuff nevertheless. We have the Larry Cohen film celebrating its 40th anniversary, The Stuff, which I saw this in a theater when it came out back in the summer of 1985, and I fondly remember it, and I can't wait to get back to it. It's been a long time. So there's a lot of new extras on all of these titles, new commentaries, all kinds of stuff. So just wanted to mention that for anybody who is interested. And last but not least, we've got a couple of interesting things here. A new startup label. This one is called, and I can't even remember the name of the startup label here. It's called Refuse Films. I just could not, and I didn't get a review copy of this, but I could not I couldn't resist picking this one up. The Toxic Avenger. There were quite a few sequels to the Toxic Avenger. None of them were good, by the way. The first one was the only film I really cared about in this franchise, and they released a box set a couple of years ago, but really the only thing I wanted out of it was the original film. So the original Toxic Avenger has now been issued on Blu-ray format, and it has 3 cuts of the film. There's a 2023 director's cut, the 1997 director's cut in open matte. So the 2023 director's cut in widescreen, 1997 director's cut in open matte, and a 1985 Japanese cut in open matte, which is actually 10 minutes longer. So yeah, you get the Mark Torgl, who plays the original. He plays Melvin, who becomes the Toxic Avenger. He actually he does a commentary here. It's a brand new commentary. There's a 2014 Toxicast commentary, a 2005 Lloyd Kaufman, who's a producer of the film, commentary, and a 1998 Lloyd Kaufman commentary. All kinds of interviews here with the makeup artists and actors, and then there's a Trauma archival extras with the several TV episodes from the Trauma's Edge TV basement episode. Yeah, just lots of stuff here. So if you are a fan of the Toxic Avenger, as I am, this is a must-have. And I would say skip the Toxic Avenger box set and spend your money on this instead. And last but not least would be the Vinegary Syndrome release. And again, this is one that I didn't get a review copy of, so I ponied up for it myself. Paid for this one with my own money, just to show you that us diehard physical media collectors don't always, we do buy things. We don't just always get sent things, and that's what happened here with Let's Scare Jessica to Death, the 1971 horror film about a woman recently released from a mental hospital, and she's not sure if what she's seeing is real or not. She's seeing strange visions, hearing strange things, and she goes to the mountains for a retreat. And anyway, atmospherically directed by John Hancock, who also did Bang the Drum Slowly with Robert De Niro, about a dying baseball player. I've actually interviewed Mr. Hancock. You can see the video here on my channel when he talked to me about being fired from Jaws 2 as a director. He was there 6 weeks, and he was promptly dismissed, unfortunately. Would have been interesting to see what he would have done with Jaws 2. Nevertheless, Let's Scare Jessica to Death comes with the 4K Ultra HD here, with some new interviews, commentary from the director, and you get a nice slipcase, as you can see here, and you get a nice book here, essay book. It's got all kinds of goodies in there. Yeah, if you are a fan of Let's Scare Jessica to Death from 1971, wow, what are you waiting for? This is it's an atmosphere. It's I wouldn't say it's the greatest film ever made, but I will say it's a very effective little film. And if you've not seen it and you aren't prepared for it, it's a little bit of a slow burn, but it does the trick, and I've always enjoyed it. So anyway, yeah, and this is there's a little icon here, Paramount Scares. I just noticed that. That's interesting. Should have been part of the Paramount Scares box set. That would have been a good. It would have been better to have them do that than release Friday the 13th Part 2 as part of this. But anyway, I digress. Well, that's all for this edition of the Adams Corner. I guess it's a bi-weekly segment of things I've been sent or bought. Thanks for those who comment. Thanks for those who subscribe. And until the next time, keep those discs spinning.